The sun shining in from my window is what wakes me up. I groan as I stand up and stumble into the bathroom to do my business before walking through the living room. Great, I left the TV on. I say aloud as I walk into the kitchen and start the coffee pot. I yawn as I listen to the news reporter speak. The ogres that attacked the town yesterday evening were all killed immediately. A few buildings were destroyed in the process, but Lord Damian has already begun repairing those buildings, along with paying for the funerals of the innocent lives that were lost during the attack. The newswoman says as I turn the TV off and pour my coffee into my mug. As I sip on my coffee, I walk back to the bed to get dressed into my uniform. Walking into the diner, I spot the sliver hair man from yesterday. "Why are you here, Boyd?" I ask as I walk behind the counter. Boyd looks at me. "Jake hired me since you girls needed an extra hand," he says as he sips his coffee. I spot Kristin in the corner making out with Virgil. "Is he working here too? Besides, I thought you worked for Damian." I question him with a raised brow. Boyd laughs and smiles. "No, Virgil is just stopping by to see Kristin. Besides, I can do 2 jobs." "So what? You waiting tables now?" "No, just cleaning, cooking, bodyguard. Whatever Jake needs me to do, but waiting tables I refuse to do." Boyd says as he finishes his coffee. "You will wait tables if I tell you to. If not, then you can get the hell out of here." Jake snaps as he walks out of the kitchen. "You can't kick me out. I was ordered to guard this place," Boyd says in a matter-of-fact tone. Jake rolls his eyes. "Yeah, well, this is my business. So, if I tell you to do something, you fucking do it." Out of everyone he could send down her, he sent the moron. He says, placing a tub full of silverware in front of Boyd. "Each napkin should have 1 fork, knife, and spoon inside before you roll it up," Jake tells him. Glaring at Jake, Boyd takes a seat beside the bar stool and starts placing silverware into the hand napkin before rolling it up. As Kristin finally finishes her makeout session with Virgil, she walks over with a wide smile plastered on her face. I smile at her. "So what is that about?" "You only met him yesterday," I say as I head to the back to put my bag in my locker. Kristin laughs. "Yeah, but the guy is hot. Besides, it's been a while since I got laid." She winks at me. I shake my head. "You are unbelievable," I says, letting out a small laugh as I place my bag inside my locker and shut the door. By 3 o'clock the diner was packed and we have our first shitty customer of the day. I roll my eyes as I take the guy's plate back into the kitchen. The man at table 3 said his hamburger isn't fully cooked and wants soup instead. Since we shouldn't be able to fuck up soup, I say exactly like the man had put it. Jake sighs. "Fine." Then he throws the hamburger away and pours chicken noodle soup into a bowl. "Boyd, take this out," Jake says, handing him the bowl. "And you, the order for table 6 is done," he tells me as I pick up the plate of pancakes and leave the kitchen. Dropping the plate off at table 6 and giving the person at table 4 a refill of sweet tea, I decide to chill behind the counter. After 20 minutes, I hear the man from table 3 call Boyd over. "What is this bug doing in my soup?" the man says rudely. Boyd shrugs his shoulder. "I don't know. Looks like it's floating or drowning. Not really sure," he says calmly as a few customers who overheard the conversation snicker. "Do you think this is funny?" the man questions. "No, sir, you asked, so I merely answered," Boyd says. The man's face becomes red with anger. "Look here, you little shit," he says, slamming his hands on the table and standing up. "I want to speak to the person in charge right now," he snaps. As Kristin runs into the kitchen and comes back a second later with Jake right behind her. "What seems to be the issue?" Jake asks the man. "The issue is that there is a bug in my soup," the man says, gesturing towards the bowl. Jake looks at the bowl of soup and then stares at the angry man. "Well, perhaps if you wouldn't have put the bug in your bowl in the first place, it wouldn't be in there," he says, calling the man's bluff. The man gasps. "Why would I put a bug in my soup? It was brought to me this way," he snaps as Jake smiles. This isn't going to go well. When Jake smiles at an angry customer, he is about to snap. "No, I can assure you it wasn't in the soup when it was brought out here to you," Jake says calmly as the guy starts to raise his voice. "Let's have this conversation outside," Jake tells the man as they walk out the front door together and go around into the alley. "Jake is going to beat the shit out of that asshole," Kristin says, popping a French fry into her mouth. Does Jake know you have fries? I asked her. Yeah, he knows, and you should take your break to eat lunch. Kristin tells me as I take a few of her fries. I will when rush hour is over. I tell her as the bell at the front door rings. Jake walks back inside by himself with an irritated look on his face. I guess we shouldn't bother him. He isn't going to be very nice for the next few hours. Once the dinner rush is over, I finally sit down in the employees' break room to eat my cheeseburgers and fries. I let out a groan in pleasure as I eat the cheeseburger. Man, Jake knows how to make a delicious cheeseburger, and it's not just his burgers. Everything he makes is so good. He makes the simplest meals taste so unbelievable. It's no wonder this diner is so popular. I happily pop a few fries into my mouth as Kristin walks into the break room. Jake is closing in an hour, she says, as I feel panic start to rise from yesterday's experience. Calm down, it's not another attack. He just said he has stuff to do. Besides, it means me and you can go to the club, she says with a smirk. I shake my head. No, last time I went to the club with you, I had to call in because I was still drunk. Kristin laughs. Come on. That was 4 months ago. Besides, you might meet a guy or at least get laid. You need to loosen up and have fun. Please, she says, hugging me from behind. I laugh. Fine, but I'm not getting drunk. Now let go so I can eat, I tell her. Kristin kisses me on the cheek and sits down in front of me. When we close up, come with me to my house. I have clothes you can wear to the club. I nod. Sounds like a plan, just don't dress me up like a whore, I say as I stand up and take my plate into the kitchen. I can hear Kristin's heels clicking against the floor behind me, so I know she followed me. I won't dress you like a whore, just close to one. You got to dress hot if you want free drinks. She winks at me. I'm going to go clean up the front, so we can leave, she says, rushing towards the front. I put my plate into the dishwasher and decided to put the rest of the dirty dishes I find into the dishwasher before starting it. I then grab a hand towel, pour bleach and hot water into a bucket and carry it out into the lobby. The lobby was empty and Jake had just flipped the sign from open to closed. Kristin was sweeping the floor while Boyd was cleaning behind the counters. I walk out onto the lobby floor and start scrubbing down tables and picking up trash. Hey, Boyd, do you want to go to the club with me and Willow? I hear Kristin ask Boyd, causing my head to snap in her direction. Boyd smiles. Sorry, sweets. I got a second job I got to do, but I am sure Virgil is free. You should text him, he says as he pulls the full trash bag out of the trash can. I guess I will, Kristin says as she finishes sweeping the floor. I guess it won't hurt to have a man with us. Besides, she seems to like Virgil, and he seems to be nice to everyone, even I only had a 5-second conversation with. Please download Novels Ago and search the code in the upper left corner to continue reading.